Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Meat's bad for you. No, it's not. Should you eat it? No, you shouldn't. Yes, you should. Welcome to the show. It's great to be with you. There's a lot of controversy and stir regarding a new study out talking about meat. I'll report on it. Maybe you have a thought or two. It has really got people in a twist, researchers, investigators, healthcare professionals. And the study was published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, which is no, comic book. So we'll see. I'll try to break it down for you, give you the Cliff Notes version of the study and some of the criticism that it has garnered. And, that's the world of science. Just because you do a study and you have all these sophisticated procedures and statistical methods and models and whatnot, doesn't mean that, it's not subject to criticism. The nature of research is that, you try to install as many safeguards against error, confounding variables, bias, and so on. But at the end of the day, studies are conducted by humans and not AI machines, artificial intelligence machines. So, that when I was a graduate student, I thought, well, I'm going to learn all about science and how to do studies and be a researcher, and that's going to clear everything up. No, it doesn't. Rude awakening. No, it doesn't. It sure doesn't. And that's the nature of science. There's a back and forth. So we'll get into that today. Who's on first? Who's on second? Who's on third? Anybody know? We'll see. And we always invite you to join in the conversation. And you may have a thought or two about this study. The whole issue of meat, eating meat, is so controversial. There has been such a hefty back and forth between lay people, between nutritionists and dietitians, medical researchers, physicians, you name it. Everybody has chimed in, institutions. It has really, it's been a frontline battle, man. And we in this country, we eat our share of beef, and around the world as well. So I'll try to give you the Cliff Notes version. In the meanwhile, back at the studio, Katie will tell you how to make connection.
You can give us a call at Forgot to turn my mic on all the way. You can give us a call at 877.
Radio is useless without a mic.
It really is. You're right.
I'm just saying.
I'm like, why don't I hear myself talking? 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can also email Dr. Garko personally. His email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. And if you visit letstalknutrition.com, you can listen to all of our past shows. They're sorted by date and title. So any topic you may want to hear about, you can find it on letstalknutrition.com. And you can also watch our live stream on Facebook and YouTube. If you just search Let's Talk Nutrition, we will pop right up and you'll see our shiny faces.
Well, if you have makeup on, you shouldn't be shining.
Okay, well, don't look very closely at mine then. We do have our podcast as well if you download the free iHeartRadio app or however you listen to your podcast if you search Let's Talk Nutrition.
And don't forget to like that Facebook page, please.
Like us all on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Give us all the likes and share with your friends.
If you like us, we'll like you back.
Yes.
We're
nice like that.
We are. So, it turns out that this week in the annals, you have to be careful how you say that, annals of internal medicine, published studies argued, I'm almost reluctant to report this because some people may just say, take this as a green light to go eat meat, that eating red meat poses minimal, no less, health risks for most people, and that even certainty about the link between eating meat and disease is weak. Now, when they fired that cannon, what happened was there were a whole bunch of other cannons sitting offshore and going to sink that ship, buddy. And let me tell you, it has really stirred up things. With these conclusions in hand, the authors offered a set of recommendations that most people could continue their current levels of meat consumption. What are they saying? So, yeah, the conclusions and the guideline recommendations was made by an international team, no less. Was led by a Mr. or Dr. Bradley Johnston, an epidemiologist at Dalhousie University, and these recommendations run right up against and counter to many established health authorities. Needless to say, there have been a number of nutritionists and nutrition researchers who have, to say they disagreed is an understatement. Some have even called for the study to be retracted from the journal. I'm not kidding you. When you have researchers saying that you need to take that piece of tripe out of there and get it out of the public consumption arena, because they think it's going to do more harm than good. This is amazing. Oh, man. I don't even know where to begin. What to tell you. They reached this conclusion. I'm not going to bore you with the tedium of telling you how they did it, how they did the study. But the first author, Dr. Johnston, said this: for the majority of people, notice his language, for the majority of people, but not everyone, continuing their red and processed meat consumption is the right approach. He's a lunatic. He's a lunatic for saying that. He has the right to say it, but he may have been, he threw in processed meat on top of it. If he would have said red meat, he would have gotten probably less pushback. But when he threw in the processed meat, that's what really got me in a twist. There is convincing evidence. They say, well, the studies that are out there are only observational, and they're prone to a lot of error. Well, that may be true. But I have not read one criticism, not one commentary that said this. What about the evidence from around the world, from a number of different countries, where they eat less meat and more plants, and they do better with their health? What about those data? Nobody has even mentioned that. Come back, I'll tell you more. This is out of control. We'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's me, your immune system. I'm always hard at work defending you against the many disease-causing viruses and bacteria that you are exposed to every day. But sometimes I need help to defeat the bad bugs. Luckily, our friends at Kyolic have come to the rescue. Kyolic has 2 super immune-enhancing supplements, Kyolic Immune Formula 103 and Kyo Green Harvest Blend Immune Defense. Kyo Green Harvest Blend is a power-packed blend of organic and naturally sourced grasses, ancient grains, fruits, veggies, herbal extracts, and spirulina in a fast-dissolving drink mix for a quick and easy way to support immunity. Kyolic Immune Formula 103 combines immune-boosting nutrients with aged garlic extract. Aged garlic extract has been clinically shown to support a healthy immune response and reduce both the duration and severity of cold and flu symptoms. Help me protect you with Kyolic supplements and nutritional drink mixes to fortify your immune health today. Available at fine natural health retailers.
The science of psychology tells us there is a connection between looking more attractive and having more self-confidence. One way to look more attractive is to have healthy-looking hair. Ridgecrest Herbal's award-winning Hair Revive can support healthy, attractive hair. Hair Revive is formulated with a stress-fighting complex, hair growth ingredients, a hormone balancing complex, and Chinese herbs. Taken together, the ingredients in Hair Revive promote hair growth, encourage healthier, thicker-looking hair, and support recovery from damaging hairstyling techniques, harsh chemicals, and daily stress. So start looking more attractive with healthier, thicker, and shinier hair with Ridgecrest Herbal's Hair Revive. Visit rcherbals.com for more information or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad. That's 1-800-242-4649. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. VDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. If you're in the military or are a first responder, you get an additional 10% off VDC's already discounted prices. VDC even offers case discounts. And you can get connected with VDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. The choice is clear. You can save at Vitamin Discount Center. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-907-7066. That's 813-907-7066. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve 2 important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, let me tell you. This group, this panel, this international panel, really has, they took a look at some studies, and this panel got together and decided that they were going to tell people that, you know what, It's okay to eat meat. And in fact, as I was quoting Dr. Johnson, the first author on the study, he said, for the majority, I'll repeat, for the majority of people, but not everyone, continuing their red meat and processed meat consumption is the right approach. That would be 3 to 4 servings a week for most North Americans. That's a lot of meat. So here's the question. I already quizzed the crew. See if you can answer it. How many pounds of meat on average, that would be red meat and chicken, is consumed annually? What do you think it is? By the American adult.
I was way off.
Yeah, I was crazy off.
What would you say? What did you say initially, Katie?
I don't even remember. I just remember
60.
being really,
you said 60 pounds.
Yeah,
I said something crazy.
and I
I thought he was talking about
way-
like how much do we? I didn't hear individual. When you asked the question, I heard the question.
On average, what does the average American, on average, in terms of meat, how much does the average American eat?
I thought I was overshooting it at 60 by a long shot.
No. It's 222 pounds. That's a lot. You know, as I said, take 222 pounds of meat and put it on your kitchen table and see what that looks like.
I'd vomit. I don't ever want to see that much meat at one time. But
Well-
it's weird to think over the course of a year.
Data from the why am I getting an echo on my? Do you know why?
I'm not sure either.
I don't hear.
Do you hear it?
I don't hear it anymore.
Okay. Data from the National Health and Nutrition NHANES survey suggests about 60% of meat consumed in the United States is red, with processed meats such as bacon and sausage, and I would throw in there luncheon meats, accounting for about a quarter of total meat consumption. That's according to another study that was published back in June. Again, I have looked to see, I have not found one person. Now, I'm not saying it's not out there, but nobody's made the argument. What about the evidence that we have of countries where meat consumption is certainly not on average 222 pounds per person per year, where it's maybe even a quarter of that?
So this was just an American study, not a worldwide study. I'd like to see it based by country.
Yeah, well,
Probably be astounding.
my point is that the data from what we have, both anecdotal and other studies, it tells us that countries that eat more of a plant-based diet, their longevity and the quality of their health is far better. They have less chronic disease prevalence. They just generally do better. And nobody's making that argument. For Dr. For Dr. Johnston to say, eating the red meat is the right, their current meat consumption is the right approach. Right approach to what? What is he saying? I don't understand him. It's the right approach? I infer from that eating red meat is a good thing. That it will confer health benefits. It's the right approach. I don't even know how to interpret that comment. The quote unquote the right approach to what? To a heart attack? 877-897-8255. You may have a thought or two about this. Turns out that not every, I don't know what, there's something up with this mic, man. Not everyone in the nutrition community agrees with this assessment. Dr. Frank Hugh, he's chair of nutrition department at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health and a co-author of a recent study in British Medical Journal that linked eating red meat and processed meat to higher mortality risk. I reported on that study. I did. And it's, he really has pushed back on this. So I don't know. Dr. Yu and his colleagues completed their own analysis of the data from the very studies used to form the new recommendations, and, quote, calculated that a modest reduction in red meat consumption could hypothetically reduce mortality by 7.6%, or approximately 200,000 deaths a year. That's a huge estimate. Dr. Yu took the same studies and analyzed those data. And that's what he came up with. So I don't know. There's something, I mean, this is screwy. It doesn't make any sense. So, again, you may have a thought about this. I think it's irresponsible, quite frankly, and I typically don't go after a researcher, but these guys, they have, I just think it sends the wrong message. I think to say it's irresponsible is an understatement. It's more than irresponsible. I mean, people are going to, and I was listening for it in the mainstream media, and I didn't hear anything. I didn't pick anything up. So I don't know.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
Hey friends, this is Frank Cotto.
Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Discover.com/cashbackmat.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today. Reporting on this study by this team of researchers. The study was published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, and the recommendation that they offered with the study has really, I don't know. I just don't know what they're doing. They're saying that the lead author, Dr. Bradley Johnson, said that for the majority of people, but not everyone, continuing their red and processed meat consumption is the right approach. Close quote. That quote is insane. The right approach to what? I would ask him. Dr. Hugh from Harvard took the same studies, and he and his colleagues did their own analysis of those studies to form the new recommendations that were used to form these new recommendations by this team of international researchers. And they came up with something very different. Now, red meat is a staple, no doubt, of our way of eating in this country, the American diet. And according to the United States Department of Agriculture, they estimated that the average American adult eats about 222 pounds of red meat and poultry every year. That's an astounding amount of meat. And about 60% of that is red meat. And I reported on that study a while back. It was in June. The U.S. Federal Dietary Guidelines, not to say that those are the ultimate and correct approach, but they recommend limiting weekly meat, poultry, and egg intake to 26 ounces. There's 16 ounces in a pound. So, nothing, noting that diets lower in meat are associated with better cardiovascular and overall health. That has been the standard for a long time. There is, I can tell you, a mountain of data to suggest that eating meat, and by the way, that the average 3 and 4 times a week is what Dr. Johnston is saying. 3 to 4 servings a week. As a nutritionist, I could never say to a client, you know what, Paul, it's just fine, man. Go ahead and keep eating meat 4 times a week. I know you have heart disease. Not to worry. Really?
Now, does this include like sandwich meat? Like if you make a sandwich in the afternoon,
Yes.
that still counts as meat, right?
Yes. That's luncheon meat.
I feel like to some people, they think as long as they're not having a juicy burger for dinner, then it doesn't count.
No, Katie.
I think people feel like that because I feel like that.
No. Processed meat. Processed meat would be luncheon meats. It would be, hot dogs, sausages, all those salamis and whatnot. So, I don't know. Nevertheless, the new recommendations break with conventional wisdom, for sure. These recommendations were compiled by a 14-member panel, 3 of whom voted against the final recommendation. And they're representing fields including research methodology, dietetics, medicine, and internal medicine. I don't know how many on that panel. I don't know. Conclusions were based on 5 different reviews of prior research on red and processed meat, touching on both health outcomes and cultural preferences. I don't know, man. The panel also focused on the absolute risk associated with eating red meat, rather than changes in relative risk, which Johnston says can sometimes distort the magnitude of an effect. And I won't get into the details on that. Here's what he said further. For most people who enjoy eating meat, the uncertain health benefits of cutting down are unlikely to be worth it, close quote. Let me repeat that again. Quote, for most people who enjoy eating meat, the uncertain health benefits of cutting down are unlikely to be worth it. Tell that to a cardiologist who has a patient with advanced heart disease or the beginning stages of heart disease. Any cardiologist that would tell the patient it's okay to eat meat, you can eat it 3 and 4 times a week, and red meat, poultry, and luncheon meats, processed meats. Have at it. You're okay, not to worry.
I feel like even knowing very little, I'd be very concerned if they said that to me. I'd be like, that doesn't sound right. And I don't even know that much.
You know plenty. It doesn't sound right. You're darn right it doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right, doesn't feel right, and it isn't right. So you'll have to cue me because I can't hear anything. You'll have to give me a cue.
I will. We're having
some technical difficulties today, so I'm sort of talking to you, but I'm also talking to Katie.
Teamwork is making the dream work today.
Dr. Hughes says that the panel's method, the methodology they used was appropriate for drug research, which relies heavily on randomized controlled trials. And he said, by contrast, most nutrition research is observational. And he's right about that. Now, observational studies are not as tight, not as error-free as randomized controlled trials, and bias-free and confounding-free. That's true. It's hard logistically and ethically to ask people to change their eating habits for a randomized controlled trial. I mean, you're not going to get a green light on that. And so in this case, that distinction, quote, Dr. Yu said, led the authors of this new study to dismiss massive amounts of data from large cohort studies, close quote. And that's what they did. They ignored it. You may have a thought or two. Give me a call. Let me know. This is important. You need to know from me that it's not, I'm just telling you, I have to sleep at night. I can't come on this air and tell you to eat meat 3 or 4 times a week. Don't do it.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is not addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Everybody knows that it's easier said than done to take charge of your health. Now taking charge of your health has been made a little easier with Ancient Nutrition. Ancient Nutrition's whole food nutritional products provide ancient nutrients in a modern, convenient form to power the body and mind while restoring health, strength, and vitality comparable to that of our ancient ancestors. Among their healthy nutrition supplements, Ancient Nutrition offers a line of bone broth protein powders formulated for high performance. Bone broth is a breakthrough in protein supplementation. It delivers the benefits of homemade bone broth in a convenient, easy-to-mix form. Try all 8 delicious flavors: dark chocolate, banana cream, cinnamon apple, salted caramel, pumpkin spice, s'mores, coffee, and French vanilla. Ancient Nutrition products are sold in fine health stores across the country. Visit ancientnutrition.com to learn more about Ancient Nutrition for a modern world. That's ancientnutrition.com.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new: agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Natural Factors, where great health begins. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for stopping by today. Wanted to give you a heads up that Zantac is being pulled from CVS stores in September. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac.
Okay, so I heard this yesterday. Is MDMA not isn't that like a street drug?
Well,
I heard this on the news yesterday, and I was stumped.
Look up what NDMA means, and then tell me what NDMA means.
So NN is the first letter.
N is in Nathan.
Okay, see,
Daniel,
I misheard
Michael,
that.
Anthony.
That's what I get for not looking at the TV and only watching with my ears.
So, this drug, Zantac, is used to treat ulcers and acid reflux disease, gastroesophageal reflux disease. The same chemical has been linked to dozens of recalls of prescription blood pressure drugs in the past year. I reported on some of those recalls. Now, CVS, that drugstore chain, has halted sales of this heartburn, if you want to call it that, treatment in its generic store brand also. It's the latest precautionary move by retailers and manufacturers. They're worried about liability. They're not going to, trust me, they're not leaving it on the shelf, taking it off the shelves because they're worried about getting sued. The FDA has said this drug is dangerous, and if they left it on the shelf, they would have exposure. So they're removing it. Good for them. That's what they need to do. And if you're taking Zantac, you might want to talk to your doctor about that if the doctor prescribed it. I know that's an OTC, right?
I believe so, Zantac. That's just a cold medicine, right?
It's over the counter. No, it's for heartburn.
Okay.
It's for acid reflux.
Oh, I remember the commercials now.
Okay, so the agency said that the amount found in Zantac of this compound, NDMA, products barely exceeds levels found in common foods, such as meat, dairy products, and chemicals. Even so, though, the warning has led some pharmacies and manufacturers to stop selling it. Again, they're worried about, I think they're worried about getting sued. CVS Health said Saturday it pulled the Zantac in its generic store brand also, saying the move, quote, is being taken out of an abundance of caution, close quote. They should have put in the word legal caution. On Monday, Rite Aid said it's removing Zantac and related drugs sold under its name for the shelves. So these generic OTCs are Zantac in disguise. Okay, they're Zantac. They just don't have the Zantac label on it.
See, and if I needed some Zantac, like if I were having heartburn and needed Zantac, not knowing, I would get the generic version if I had heard that on the news. I'd be like, oh, but that was Zantac. I'll just get the generic version. So that's really good to know.
Good point. That's a good point, Katie. Last week, 2 generic makers voluntarily recalled their products, Apotex and Sandoz. I'm familiar with Sandoz, that company, the generic unit of the drug giant Novartis AG. Novartis is a pharmaceutical behemoth. I know some people that work at Novartis. Both companies said they haven't received any reports of patient harm, but some manufacturers have stopped shipping their product to pharmacies. The recalled Apotex products are sold at and labeled by Walgreens, Walmart, and Rite Aid. This is according to the FDA. Sanofi, which makes the brand name Zantac, said yesterday it's working with the FDA and doing its own investigation, but it has not stopped selling Zantac in the United States. So here's a cautionary note. Just because a drug is OTC, over the counter, you should not fall into the belief that, well, nothing to worry here. It's okay. I'm not going to overdose. I'm not going to get nasty side effects.
And that's how I feel.
That's how you feel?
That is exactly
well,
I feel like you're describing my mindset.
You shouldn't. These are drugs. They're drugs. And just the same thing with dietary supplements.
My mindset is if I don't have to walk up to the counter and ask a pharmacist for it, then it's safe. And that
nope.
I know that that's completely wrong. But until
Not
this
true.
Conversation, I've never really been aware of that. I'm always like, oh, well, if it's
OTC, it's okay, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
You should take the same kind of critical thinking in the purchase of OTCs as any prescription drug. They can be dangerous too. You know, like cough medicine. What harm could there be? Go ahead and overdose on cough medicine and see what happens. What's the advice for patients? Currently, the FDA isn't advising patients to stop taking Zantac. They're not telling them to do that. The agency said not all ranitidine medicines, that's the compound, sold in the U.S. are being recalled. But they did say that concerned patients should contact their physician. Now, if your physician even prescribed an OTC, you should not stop taking that drug until you talk with your doctor. People do this all the time. They stop taking their meds and they don't tell their doctor. You got to get that green light from your doctor. Your doctor needs to know. You say, well, I can't get an appointment. Well, you call and you tell the nurse or whoever picks up the phone, tell Dr. So-and-so, I want to stop taking this drug, or I'm going to stop taking it. Several drugs to treat heartburn and other stomach conditions include Pepcid, Nexium, Prilosec, Prevacid, Protonix. Some are available only with prescription. Others have to have less potent non-prescription versions. For people taking over-the-counter Zantac and related medications, the FDA recommends they consider another heartburn medicine. These drugs, Pepcid and Nexium, and they have side effects. I should get into that. I won't do it today. And tell you what can happen when you take these drugs. You may put out the fire, but you got other issues with that house. So I'm just saying, I'll do that someday. I'll do a tutorial on that. LTN, coast to coast and globally. See you next hour. Are you tired of being tired? So was Amanda until she tried Floradix Iron and Herbs. You can probably relate. Between juggling her job and family, she was constantly exhausted. She put off going to the gym and making her dinner every night seemed like a heroic task. Then she found out she had the most common nutritional deficiency in the U.S., iron deficiency. Amanda turned to Floradix, an easily absorbed plant-based liquid iron supplement. For over 60 years, Floradix has been helping reduce exhaustion and fatigue caused by iron deficiency. This formula is easy on the digestive tract and free of artificial colors and flavors. It even has vitamins B and C for enhanced absorption. No wonder it's the best-selling iron supplement in North America. FloraVital provides all the same benefits as Floradix, but without gluten or yeast. Reclaim your energy with Floradix and FloraVital, available at your local health food store. For more information, visit florahealth.com/Floradix. florahealth.com/Floradix.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
The preceding was a commercial program paid.
Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today. And I hope you're having a good day wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. All kinds of stuff that's trending. And, I just reported on a study with an outrageous set of recommendations. I'll repeat it in a moment. And then there are other stories that are trending as well and try to get into that with you. There's a recall, and not a recall, but Zantac. The FDA is recommending that the drug be pulled. That's an OTC, over the counter. Nevertheless, they're saying that got some issues. So where to begin? And then we have technical difficulties today. I share everything with you. Nothing to hide. We've been, and it's distracting when when you're on air and you got this headset on, right? And everything is fed into that headset. And if it's not working right, I can't talk to Katie. I can't hear anything. I can't hear myself. So
it's probably also very distracting for you to have to watch for my finger cues as you're trying to form sentences and thoughts.
Yeah, it does get a little.
I can imagine.
So, it's what happens. All right, it's all good. We'll figure it out. And we always invite you to make contact with the show. We have a number of ways to do that. And I always ask Katie to remind you. And by the way, when you hear her talk, don't forget that Facebook page. Please like the page and we'll like you back. Here's how you can make contact.
You can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can also email Dr. Garko if you have any questions or comments you don't want on air to his personal email. That's drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. And on letstalknutrition.com, you can hear all of our past shows. They're sorted by date and title. We make it very easy to find. And like Dr. Garko said, find us on Facebook. Search Let's Talk Nutrition. Give the page a like so you can keep up with all of our stories we're sharing. You can see our stream. We're also on YouTube and Instagram under Let's Talk Nutrition. On Instagram, we post a lot of recipes and pictures, and YouTube, of course, is where we do our stream, so you can watch along live with us. And our podcast on iHeartRadio, if you search Let's Talk Nutrition, we have over 62,100 listens on that podcast.
Man, we're doing all right. We're doing okay. The other day, it was about a month or so, maybe a little bit more than that. On a Saturday, I got up and my house is nearly surrounded, not entirely, but nearly surrounded by a preserve, and it's protected. And the only part of the house that's not in touch with a preserve is the front. So you pull out and turn right onto the street. But in the back of me, to the left of me, about half the house is caught up in this preserve, and it's beautiful. I get up, and there were these deer. There had to be like a half a dozen of them in my yard, in the back. And they were feeding, and they were walking around, and they were beautiful. And they looked great, right? And you think, but things are not what they seem with animals. And animals in the wild, you must be careful. You got to know what you need to know what you're doing. Turns out now, there's the CDC is sending a cautionary note out saying that deer can pass tuberculosis to humans. Now, here in Tampa, they have a petting zoo. Katie probably knows all about this. Want to bet? Watch this. You know about the petting zoo?
I believe so. I don't know which one you're talking about, but I think so.
There's a petting zoo here, right? Where kids can go. There's deer, and you can pet the animals.
I actually don't know that I did know about this. Is it on a farm?
Somewhere here in the city.
Interesting. I know that we have the big zoo, but I didn't know about a petting zoo.
Yeah, there's a petting zoo.
Oh, you taught me something new.
And so I'm telling you that sounds like a real good idea. I wonder. Hunters need to be concerned here. You can potentially contract tuberculosis from deer infected with the bacterial disease.
Yikes. And that's the last thing they're thinking about.
Yeah, this who is, right? The CDC has warned that there's the case of a 77-year-old Michigan man was diagnosed with tuberculosis in 2017. He was exposed to the Mycobacterium bovis, M. bovis. It's a mycobacterium often found in cattle, bison, elk, and deer. While removing the intestines from an infected deer, the CDC said in a report. This is what people like to criticize the federal government all the time. I'm telling you, they do a lot. They can do a lot of good work. The CDC is pretty remarkable, in my opinion. If the CDC were to go away tomorrow, we would be in a lot of trouble. I'm just saying. So my headset's still not right. They said that this, how did they describe it? Deadly zombie deer disease could possibly spread to humans, experts warn.
Oh.
Deadly zombie deer disease.
Yeah, that's the language. The man's case of tuberculosis came from more than a decade after 2 hunters in the same area were infected back in 2002 and 2004. Now, hunting is a big deal in our country, and we have a lot of hunters probably that listen to this show. Tuberculosis bacteria live in the body without making people sick. But there was a time when tuberculosis, if you look it up, was a real problem. And you were put into a house of pestilence. They called them pest houses. You were quarantined, whether you liked it or not. And you can check my work, Katie. But when the bacteria came from become active and multiply, infected people begin to show symptoms. They'll start to cough. They'll have pain in the chest, night sweats, coughing up blood. I had an uncle who had tuberculosis. It was horrible. At that point, people who are infected are considered to be ill with what's referred to as TB disease. Maybe some of you are old enough to remember when TB would be in the news. It was not good. So lab tests revealed that the man who quote, regularly hunted in field-dressed deer in the area during the past 20 years was likely to been exposed to a circulating strain of M. bovis at some point in his hunting activities and had reactivation of infection as pulmonary disease in 2017. Minnesota wildlife officials shot a mule deer exhibiting strange behavior. So you can contract bovine tuberculosis. That's rare. It accounts for less than 2% of tuberculosis. People can contract it by consuming unpasteurized. This is what drives me crazy. People drinking, they think like this organic, unprocessed dairy. Don't do that.
Ugh, gross.
Consuming unpasteurized dairy products or becoming in contact with body fluids or tissues from infected deer, elk, or wild bison, you can get sick. Dairy workers are also at risk for contracting it through infected cattle, though the disease has nearly been eliminated from commercial cattle in the United States. Not so in other countries. Tuberculosis is bad news. So I just wanted to give you a heads up about that. Don't pet the deer and don't kiss your cat. Read my article about kissing your pets. Not a good idea to kiss your pets. And I know people do it all the time, but not good to do. 877-897. Ridgecrest Herbal's original Clear Lung supplement has been the #1 selling natural product for lung health since 1998. Clear Lung's formula is a synergistic blend of Chinese herbs that helps maintain open airways and balance mucus levels. It combines the healing properties of 13 perfectly balanced herbs that have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. Need extra help? Try Ridgecrest Herbal's Clear Lung's Extra Strength with twice the herbs and Ridgecrest Herbal's patented Availablend formula designed to support the bioavailability of the original 13 herbs. Got a picky kid who doesn't like pills? Clear Lung's liquid is safe for children and has a naturally sweet orange flavoring. And don't forget to check out Clear Lung's Immune and Clear Lung's Sport. Visit rcherbals.com or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad to order the right Clear Lungs product for you. That's 1-800-242-4649.
Is getting a good night's sleep a challenge? Fortunately, there's a superior fast-acting sleep formula called Tranquil Sleep from Natural Factors. This non-habit-forming supplement contains a unique combination of melatonin, 5-HTP, and L-theanine, which works in harmony with your body's natural sleep hormones. Tranquil Sleep can help you fall asleep, stay asleep, sleep sounder, and wake up refreshed, all without feeling drowsy in the morning. The key benefit comes from increasing the time spent in the deeper stages of sleep. It's only in these deeper levels of sleep that we truly experience the rejuvenation, regeneration, and recuperation that sleep provides. Even if you think you get a good night's sleep, give Tranquil Sleep a try. You might be surprised with how much better you've slept by waking up with more energy and enthusiasm to start your day. Learn more at naturalfactors.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. Ancient Nutrition, nutrition for a modern world. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Now, there are traditional therapies, and then there are off the beaten path or alternative therapies. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today. Osteoarthritis, that particular condition afflicts millions of people. And aging is a factor. The causes for it are manifold. There's so many, and it can be very painful when you, for example, in your extremities, in your hands or your feet. People have osteoarthritis in joints in their feet. I mean, they can hardly walk, or in their hands, they can't even open, a jar. It's so painful. And I mean, the quality of your life is horrible. Well, over the years, over the centuries, this is not that affliction is not new to modern society. It's been around a long time. And so in different cultures, they tried to figure out ways to deal with the pain. They're treating the symptom, true, but getting symptom relief is important. Hopefully you can get to the cause. I'm of the view, by the way, that gastrointestinal permeability is one of the main pathways or causes to osteoarthritis. I firmly believe that. In my course of studies now and over the years researching on it, on the topic, writing about it, I've become very persuaded that intestinal permeability is a pathway to many chronic disorders. And when your intestine starts to leak, those tight junctions are no longer tight, you open up a whole world of problems. And I think osteoarthritis is one of them, in my opinion. Now, there are other theories about osteoarthritis. There's the wear and tear theory, for example, that you have athletes who get injuries, right, in joints, in their knees or wherever, elbows, shoulders, and then they'll develop arthritis. I get that as well. Nevertheless, if I said to you, you know what, you were one of my clients, and I said, you probably should, let's say you have arthritis in your knees and you're having a difficult time, and I said, you should consider hot mud and salt baths. You'd probably get up and say, you know what, I'm done with you, and they walk out. I wouldn't blame you, maybe. But that being said, could it be that hot mud treatments and sodium chloride mineral baths will relieve the symptoms of osteoarthritis? Could it be? There was, albeit small, there was a small-scale pilot study. It was limited in scope, no doubt, but they concluded that those therapies may be worth doing and may be worth investigating. Osteoarthritis is a degenerative disease. Bad things usually get worse and good things usually get better. In this case, this is a bad thing, and it usually gets worse. You have joint pain, stiffness, degradation of the joint. Then the joint can become immobile, right? Loss of function. It's horrible. It'll affect most joints. Most common in the knees, the hips, and the hands. Those are the three main targets, but you can get it other places. In the United States, knee osteoarthritis affects 10% of men and 13% of women who are 60 and older. So it turns out then that osteoarthritis is among the most common joint disorders in the U.S. I dare say that this audience for this show, there are more than a few people suffering from osteoarthritis. Aging is a risk factor. Why? It's not the numbers, it's what happens to the body with those numbers as you move through time. And again, I'm going to repeat myself. I think that gastrointestinal permeability, leaky gut, is something you should look into if you suffer from osteoarthritis. Nevertheless, currently, doctors recommend a combination of therapy. They'll give you pain medication. They'll do physiotherapy. That helps. The whole idea is to relieve the pain. And on a scale of 1 to 10, sometimes people will complain of 7 and 8 with pain. It's prevalent, no doubt. There's no cure for osteoarthritis. And so the best approach that medical community takes is to try to relieve the pain. This study was published in the International Journal of Bioterology. So if you are suffering from osteoarthritis, you might want to consider this. What they call a peloid therapy is the use of clay or mud to treat ailments. Baniotherapy is a traditional treatment that involves immersing your body in mineral water or mud that is rich in minerals. I dare say, again, there are probably more than a few people listening and watching this show that are familiar with these therapies and may have done them. If you have, I would love for you to call. Using mineral salts has been around forever. So in this study, they had 92 people. Average age was about 60, almost 65 years of age, and the females were about 87% of the sample. All individuals had a grade of 1 to 3 knee joint osteoarthritis, and they used, pardon me, what's called the Kellgren-Lawrence grading system. And on that system, the pain runs from 1, which is least severe, to 5, which is the most severe. All 3 groups received standard physical therapy, which involved 30-minute sessions carried out every day for a month. And alongside physical therapy, one group received peat mud applications on the waist and leg areas. And I'll tell you more about this. This is interesting. Mud therapy and mineral salts bath. Boy, that's cutting edge. Well, it works.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at Let's Talk.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for stopping by today. Talking about this therapy of using mud and mineral salts. I know it sounds a little out there, but apparently it has some merit. In the study, they did find that people found relief from the pain associated with osteoarthritis using those two therapies. So I wouldn't dismiss it out of hand. I could tell you more about it, but you get the point. You could take a look do some research on your own and see what you can find out. The study was a small study, that's true, but it did provide relief. I mean, I don't think it was a placebo effect. So there's no cure for osteoarthritis. So you're into pain management, and you try to do the best you can. So that leads me to the next point. Oftentimes, in the pain management of osteoarthritis and other pain-associated diseases and disorders, but especially with joint pain, one of the things that people turn to are NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, many of which can be bought, again, OTC, over the counter. And you heard my cautionary note. Don't think that because it's over the counter that drug is benign and you don't need to worry. Not true. NSAIDs, pardon me, enjoy wide popularity worldwide. Why? Because they can moderate pain and inflammation primarily by doing what? They block what's called cyclooxygenase cis enzymes, COX-1, but especially COX-2, from synthesizing pain and inflammation-inducing prostaglandins. Those cyclooxygenase enzymes are responsible for that. In fact, NSAIDs are so popular, they account for 5 to 10% of all prescribed drugs annually. Globally, NSAIDs are the most prescribed drugs for pain and inflammation, with an estimated 30 million people worldwide taking NSAIDs. In terms of over-the-counter NSAIDs, almost a third of the population uses them, with 1 in 8 high-risk patients in one study being reported to use them. They're very popular because they do moderate pain. Not surprisingly, NSAIDs are used by as much as 96% of elderly patients 65 years of age and older. 96% of elderly use them. As people age and move deeper into the life cycle, the prospect of experiencing pain and inflammation increases. Why? Because of autoimmune and a host of other conditions and diseases. Autoimmune diseases like arthritis create your immune system's supposed to protect you, and it does. But when it goes haywire, it can be your enemy. Typically, there are a number of adverse side effects associated with taking NSAIDs. Okay? But I'll just give you a highlight here. You can have what's called gastrointestinal toxicity from them, where you get GI bleeding and perforation. You could get what's called gastroduodenal ulcers, dyspepsia. You can also have cardiovascular adverse effects from them. Edema, swelling, hypertension, myocardial infarction, stroke, and other thrombotic events. Nephrotoxicity, where you have electrolyte imbalance, sodium retention, edema, swelling, nephrotic syndrome, acute interstitial nephritis. It goes on and on. All kinds of side effects associated with NSAIDs. In one review, it was reported on and described how long-term NSAIDs use increased the risk of depression and certain types of cancer, stroke, and Alzheimer's-related brain inflammation. These drugs, I get it. They can help you feel better. But, there the positive outcomes associated with NSAIDs. For example, NSAIDs for palliation purposes in advanced stage of cancer. Absolutely. Can help moderate pain. Patients with infected-induced inflammation experience improved muscle performance. Yes, there's a positive effect. There are also drug interactions with NSAIDs, and you need to know about that. NSAIDs are one of the most common causes of adverse drug reactions, especially with such drugs as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, corticosteroids, digital glycosides, diuretics, beta blockers, calcium antagonists, angiotensin-converting enzyme, warfarin, aspirin, and other anticoagulants. You take NSAIDs with any of those, you can have interaction effects. Now, the use, I'm realistic. The use and the prevalence of NSAIDs goes unabated, even though you got this constellation of serious side effects to your gastrointestinal, cardiovascular, and kidneys. Now, what's a person to do? I guess if you're going to use them, you use them with that information in mind and understand that chronic long-term use of those drugs, your digestive tract will take a huge hit. Huge. And then you'd start to notice that you got to use more of them to get the effect. There's some people that take NSAIDs every single day, and even more than once a day. Pain is a great motivator. People will do anything, almost anything, to moderate pain or to get rid of it. We know this. Look at the opioid epidemic. People were in such pain that they took the opioid drugs to relieve the pain and took them to the extent that they became addicted. Innocent people, good people. You don't have to be a drug addict or a drug dealer or some, person of low quality. This opioid addiction can happen to anybody. Pain is horrible. And some people do better with pain than others. Their threshold of tolerance for pain is higher. They can just deal with it better. So you got to look for alternatives. If you listen to Let's Talk Nutrition, we talk about things that you can take. I'm a big fan of all these herbs that I talk about on the show. Curcumin. I mean, the list is long. So go back and look at the library, and you'll find those shows archived. When we come back, we'll have the LTN health question of the day. LTN, coast to coast, globally, pain-free.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Everybody knows that it's easier said than done to take charge of your health. Now taking charge of your health has been made a little easier with Ancient Nutrition. Ancient Nutrition's whole food nutritional products provide ancient nutrients in a modern, convenient form to power the body and mind while restoring health, strength, and vitality comparable to that of our ancient ancestors. Among their healthy nutrition supplements, Ancient Nutrition offers a line of bone broth protein powders formulated for high performance. Bone broth is a breakthrough in protein supplementation. It delivers the benefits of homemade bone broth in a convenient, easy-to-mix form. Try all 8 delicious flavors: dark chocolate, banana cream, cinnamon apple, salted caramel, pumpkin spice, s'mores, coffee, and French vanilla. Ancient Nutrition products are sold in fine health stores across the country. Visit ancientnutrition.com to learn more about Ancient Nutrition for a modern world. That's ancientnutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Natural Factors, where great health begins. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Here's the LT on Health question of the day. I was talking about that new study that's out with some recommendations by this panel of international investigators of different backgrounds and training. I don't know how many nutritionists were on that panel. I don't think enough. But nevertheless, they offered a recommendation. They said that, it's fine eating meat 3 or 4 times a week is the right thing to do. Really. Can't believe it. There's been a lot of pushback on that from a lot of quarters and sectors in the world of medicine and health and nutrition, including me. Nevertheless, here's the LT on Health question. On average, how much meat is consumed by Americans, adults, on average, every year? Is it 22 pounds or 222 pounds? On average, how much meat is consumed by the average adult American? 22 pounds or 222 pounds? Here's the number to call to win a $25 supplement gift.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
We'll end the show by going back to where I started the show today. And not only my questioning and challenging of this new study, but others as well. Dr. Hu from Harvard really has gone after them on this. He says it's often necessary. One of the criticisms of studies that take a look at meat and come up with the recommendation not to eat it is that there are observational studies. That's true. It's very difficult to logistically and ethically conduct randomized controlled trials where you're telling people to change their diet and forcing them to sort of eat a different way. You just can't do that. And so doing observational studies is better than doing nothing at all. I can tell you that for sure. And observational studies can be well designed and you can get good results. The American Institute for Cancer Research also challenged this international panel's some findings and recommendations. They said, quote, regularly eating processed meat and a higher consumption of red meat increases your risk of colorectal cancer, suggesting that there is no need to limit these foods. Would put people at risk of colorectal cancer, and furthermore underline public confidence in dietary advice. So said Dr. Nigel Brockton. He's a vice president of research at the American Institute for Cancer Research. Dr. Johnston, however, the lead researcher in this new study, stands by his findings, and he said, if guidelines are based on observational studies, it's hard to make strong causal inferences on red meat or processed meat, given other possibly confounding factors, close quote. Such as a person's socioeconomic class, lifestyle and other dietary habits. He's hanging his hat on the whole idea that observational studies are so flawed that you cannot put any confidence at all in the findings generated from such studies. I would respectfully disagree. There are some researchers that say no data generated from surveys, nutritional surveys, are worth a darn. And none of those data can be trusted because of faulty memory, people lying on the surveys, food questionnaires. You can't. I've read the comments by some of these investigators. They say all those data are junk. Consequently, you can't believe anything that comes from them. Well, that I, again, respectfully disagree. Are observational studies not as rigorous as a randomized placebo-controlled trial? Absolutely. But, they're not worthless. And they have made a contribution. And you just need to understand where the flaws are and hope that the study's done well, and we can scrutinize that through our critical thinking skills and determine whether or not it's worth a damn or not. These recommendations were published recklessly, in my opinion. Sends the wrong message. I think it's an incorrect message. I think it's a dangerous message to send out there into the world. And do I think that these researchers are somehow biased? Maybe. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they believe what they really wrote and published. I don't know. But I certainly disagree with them. Let's go to Chris in Tampa. Chris, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. So, on average, how many does the adult American eat every year of meat? That would include red meat as well as poultry. 22 pounds?
I'd say 100. Oh.
Or 222 pounds?
Second.
222 pounds. That's a lot of meat. Yeah. Are you a meat eater?
No, I've been following this eat for your blood type diet, so I only eat a little bit, maybe once, twice a week, maybe at that, maybe.
So you eat a lot of plants, vegetables, fruit, legumes, seeds, nuts, and so on?
Well, not so much a lot of grains, but seeds, fruit, stuff like that.
You don't eat whole grains? You don't like whole grains?
I don't digest them that well. Beans, certain beans I do, but I just kind of trial and error, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I understand. There are a lot of good books, cookbooks on whole food plant-based diets. They're worth looking at, and you could take a look at those. One day, maybe I should devote a show to that. Cooking with a whole food plant-based diet. Congratulations, you won a $25 supplement gift card. Chris, haven't heard you for a while. Thanks for calling in today.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Appreciate your listenership and viewership. Go to letstalknutrition.com. Shows are archived there under show schedule, the audio. Go to YouTube. You can watch the show there. It's all there. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those who care about and love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide.